Okay. A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, Patricia and David, on a truly dreadful evening here at Gulf Harbour, and a very, very snotty weekend we're going to have. There's warnings all over the country, wind warnings, rain warnings. It is just not a day to be outside. Currently we have 16 degrees, however, because it is from the north that we're getting hammered, northeast actually here, 8 knots to 20 knots, but very much stronger outside in the ocean. 1011 and plummeting, 100% cloud cover, of course, with rain showers coming through. You couldn't get much worse. Actually, you could, and we're going to get that tonight. There's a severe rain warning for our area, Auckland, Northland, Great Barrier, between, what time does it start? Anyway, it's overnight, and it will really be hitting us at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning when we are meant to be getting in our car to go somewhere. Never mind, we can always stay inside and just watch it. But it is pretty grim, and it's just as well the Matildas, the Australian football team, women's football team, and the Swedish football team are playing their game in Australia. They certainly wouldn't be wanting to play it outside here in New Zealand about now, actually. Let me tell you what the Brett forecast is for Colfie, just in case they are listening, and I might need a relay from Bedouin. But today it's northerly up there, gale warning of course, northerly 30, sea rough, northwest swell 2 metres developing, poor visibility in periods of rain. And tomorrow, northerly rising to 35 knots for a time early morning, changing westerly 20 knots mid-morning. Sea becoming very rough for a time, northeast swell 2 metres, poor visibility and rain easing evening. Just as well, there's lots of good lights to come up the channel in the Bay of Islands. We've heard from Colfie today. They are actually going well with the northerly wind, despite it being somewhat on the rough side. So let's see if I can copy them. Colfie, Gulf Harbour Radio.
Hi, this is Colfie. We loud and clear, Gulf Harbour Radio. How copy?
Well, fantastic copy, actually. I thought it might be the case on my home antenna, not on the one that's a bit close to you. So, yes, go ahead, please, Peter. And I did get your text, and let's have an update from you.
Roger that. We are at 33 minutes south, 33.6 south, 173.7 east. One heading of 150 magnetic, directing 6.3 knots. We've got 2.5 metre swell, rough seas, and I think we've got about 20 knots out of the north, 100% cloud cover.
Okay, copied all that. Very good signal. 33.6 south, 173.7 east, on a course of 150 magnetic, 6.3 knots, 2.5 metre in a rough sea, and let me see what else was there. North, roughly 20 knots, 100% cloud cover. You're not the only one sharing the misery. Just behind you is Donna Katerina and also Pumala. So it's three of you are sharing the misery. And before I pass the microphone, there is a very large ship coming on a collision course towards you called the Timaru Star. So they're doing 8.1 on a course of 321. So you'll be seeing them in the not too distant future. Here's David. Okay. Oh, David said, well, I've done it really because I've given you what the Brett forecast is. So you'll just be continuing on and hopefully getting there before it backs around to the southwest, which is you are going to get there in good time. Before that, you'll get it slowly moving, but you have made good progress, and it doesn't look as if it will go southwest while you're still out dealing with it. Peter, over.
Well, that sounds good. Yeah, we're not very far away from right now. So I guess we'll be arriving there mid-morning. Over.
I'll talk to you for a minute. That sounds great. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, you're getting in just before that southwester really kicks in. On Monday, the forecast is for 30 knots gusting 38 to 40 out of the southwest. And very, very miserable out there. Quite rough for sure. So you've managed to time it just right before it really hits the fan, Peter. So good going on that. And well, hopefully we'll talk to you tomorrow, but maybe not.
No,
No, we won't.
Pie and beer.
You'll be drinking beer and eating pies, and that'll be great. But send us a note when you get a chance, anyway, and let us know that you got in okay. Back to you. Over.
Roger that. I will most definitely send you a note, and I'll have a drink and that pie for you to go on the radio. Thanks for your help with it.
Yep. David has actually, he when your email came in and said that you were looking forward to a beer and a pie, he said, "Oh, not pizza," because of course America, especially a one with Italian blood in him, would have said pizza and a beer. But then he thought about it and thought, yeah, probably he's educated now and would probably go for the pie too. All right. Well, good luck to all on board there. Not far to go now, so you'll be able to put up with whatever it deals with you. And it is, I presume you've been into Opua before. It is exceptionally well marked up the channel there. So even though the visibility will be the pits, you'll have no trouble. So, all right. Have a good landfall. Over.
Yeah, thanks so much for that. Yes, and I've been to Harbour before, so that should be an easy entrance and a good option, I think, under the gale warning. Over.
Yep, indeed. And then you can just relax and get down there when it's actually, I think, better next week. We haven't really looked too far, but I think it is, this is moving through so quickly. I think it is an awful lot better. So it will be a pleasant stroll down to Whangarei. Okay.
Much better.
Yeah. Tuesday and Wednesday look a lot better if you wanted to get moving reasonably smartly. All right, well done, you guys, and it's been good talking to you and following you through. So we'll clear with Kulfi and go way up to a much more pleasant environment to Bedouin Gulf Harbour. Yeah, quite light still, Graham, but I've got readable copy, so go ahead, over.
Oh, excellent. Number 1505 south, 166 west.
Okay, just check my minutes. 1505 south, 16635 west.
38 west, over.
Yeah, 38. I thought I'd got that. The static took you out, so carry on.
Okay, we're doing 7 knots. Course over ground is 2423. Got about 10 knots out of the east. Swell's running at about 1.5 meters out of the east. We've got about 5% cloud cover. Just the last set of clouds coming through now, which I think is going to bring a little bit of wind, maybe 4 or 13 knots. And we've got 472 nautical miles to go.
Okay, let's just repeat that. Oh, David's looking again. 7 knots on a course of 242 true, 10 knots from the east, 1.5 metre swell from the east. Nice little push along. 5% cloud cover, and 472 miles to go. What sort of sail plan have you got at the moment? And just for the interest of listeners, this is a very nice looking catamaran. Go ahead, Graham.
It's called an Iron Jenica.
Okay, well, 10 knots. I suppose, yeah, it's sort of in the wrong direction, pushing you along. The Iron Jenica. Well, we all have one of those. All right, here's David. No wonder you were wishing for a bit more wind.
Yeah, well, the iron may stay warm tomorrow, moving you a couple of degrees toward your target. I'm looking at easterlies about 10, 11 knots, maybe gusts up to 15, 16, like that. Not much in the way of cloud cover. I'm looking at the current satellite imagery there, and there is cloud about, but not much, not dense cloud, not enough cloud to provide some wind that you sorely want. But anyway, at least the wind is in the right direction. Over.
Good copy there, David. Quick question. We're looking at it on Tuesday evening, about Tuesday evening, somewhere between 6 and midnight. And it looks like a front column is coming through and backed up the wind. And just wondering if you had any thoughts on how fast that's going to ramp up the wind there.
Okay, just to repeat, coming in later Tuesday night between 6 and whatever it was, but certainly in the dark on Tuesday night, and concerned about the front. Have you been into Tonga Vavau before? Over.
Negative. We've not been into the Harbour, Robert.
Roger that. Here's David.
Okay, well, your analysis is quite right. There is going to be quite a bit of wind, looking at about 18, gusting up to about 26, 28 knots. The wind direction is going to be, well, the mean direction about southeast. But there is a trough, and it's running right through Nuku'alofa, right through Vavau, and it actually runs up to Tonga, and it also goes up towards the northern part of Vanuatu. So unfortunately, your timing isn't really great with regard to that. Maybe the positive is you'll get the boat washed off. But anyhow, we'll be talking to you before that. Getting into Vavau is very easy. It can be done at night without any issues. Whatever you need in the way of further information on that, we can give you. We've been in there half a dozen times. So like I say, no worries regarding that. So that's about it on the weather score. And I'll give it back to the chief.
Yeah, when he says real easy, using the radar, the entrance part is certainly really easy. And what we've tended to do is just anchor. There is an anchorage not too far as you come in. Anchorage is on the right. We do not go right down and turn the hard right into the main anchorage and mooring area in the dark. We just tend to wait at the anchorage that is easy to find and see, and then go on through in daylight in the morning. But anyway, you'll see that on the chart, and because of the high hills with the radar, it's real straightforward, even if the visibility is crappy. So we can talk about that a bit closer to the time, and we'll go back to you, Graham. Over.
Thank you very much.
Roger that. And is there, we're clear with Bedouin. Is there anybody else for Gold Harbour Radio? No, nothing heard. We'll go back to the miserable view outside the window and be prepared for the mayhem that's going to come weather-wise to us overnight. So have a good night, both you boats on passage. I'm sure Colfie is kind of envious of the conditions up there on the passage from Suaro to Tonga. By the way, there's a couple more have left Suaro. The boat's, I don't know how to pronounce it, Sarsi, by the look of it, has left. So I think they were at Saguaro with you guys, and also Cambria has left as well, a Canadian boat. Okay, cheers everybody. We're clear, and we'll be back again tomorrow night. Have a good night. Cheers all.